We're going to try something new in this bonus episode. Fill in the blank bonus. I'm going to give out a phrase, a sentence, and there will be a blank. And it's on you to fill in the blank with whatever you want to fill it with. Obviously, these are Montreal Canadiens NHL-based questions, except for the last one. I have one that's off the grid a little bit. I'm going to try to, since I've never done this before, I'm sure this will go well, but I'm going to just time it with my phone here and make sure that we respect the 30-second limit. You do not have to use all 30 seconds, but you have 30 seconds for a reason. Anyway, we'll start with Rick. Darren Dreger of TSN says there's interest around the league for Canadiens defenseman Jeff Petry. Petry should be traded for blank.
Anybody that wants him. But you know, if you look at the list, you got to go with a guy named Klingberg in Dallas as a name that could fill that void as a power play guy, mobile guy. It would be a guy that I would put in that blank spot.
All right, Jess.
I say bench Petry so his stock doesn't keep dropping so the Canadiens can get something. I think they'll be lucky if they get a third-round pick for him.
Okay, so Stu.
Well, I would have hoped they'd get a first-round pick for him, but the way he's played with that -4 against New Jersey is going to make it that more difficult. He reminds me right now, it's obvious he doesn't want to be here. He reminds me of that famous scene in Slapshot with the goalie, the French-Canadian goalie saying, "Trade me right effing now."
All right, so those are some creative answers for the first question here. We'll go back to Rick for this next one here. Dominique Ducharme, remaining as head coach of the Montreal Canadiens this season, is blank.
Well, I think the damage is done at this stage of the of the year. I think that's just we touched on it before. He's going to continue to finish up the year, and judging by the way things are going, I think it'll be an easy sell to say, listen, we got to make a coaching change, judging by what we
give me one word. One word.
One word. Okay. Dominique Ducharme. Change.
Good. Yes. Dominique Ducharme remaining as head coach of the Canadiens this season is blank.
Ludicrous. Like what is going on? A change had to have been made. Even if it's not going to be the guy next year, put someone as the interim, because right now these players are not playing for their coach and it is getting very brutal to watch.
Okay. Stu, Dominique Ducharme remaining as head coach of the Montreal Canadiens this season is blank.
Very likely. I think if they were going to make a coaching change, they would have made it during the bye week, and they didn't. And Jeff Molson, even if Jeff Gorton and Kent Hughes want to make a change, I'm not sure if Jeff Molson will allow them, because he's still paying Claude Julien $5 million not the coach. He just gave Ducharme a $5.1 million 3-year contract, and he's still paying Marc Bergevin not to be GM. So I don't think he's going to happen.
Okay. All right. I like how everyone's respecting the 30-second limit. We still got to get it going with filling in that blank. We kind of touched off on this next question in our full episode, but Rick, I would love to know your thoughts on this one. This year's NHL AllStar Weekend was blank.
I'll say somewhat entertaining, but I'm glad it's over.
Jess, this year's NHL AllStar Weekend was blank.
Was meh, MEH, it is meh.
Yeah, that's very fair. Stu, this year's NHL AllStar Weekend was blank.
Trevor Zegras.
Okay, I like that answer.
To me, that's the only thing I'm going to remember about that AllStar Weekend was Trevor Zegras' move. In whatever they called that silly competition, breakaway challenge or whatever. And so Trevor Zegras.
Yeah, I like that. Fun fact, though, Trevor Zegras pulled off that move, honoring the movie Dodgeball, and somehow the NHL found a way to not award him as the winner of that competition. Alex Pietrangelo won that. What did Alex Pietrangelo do? To this point, I have not seen it. I have no clue what he did. Anyway, the final question for this one, a Super Bowl prediction. Rick, the winner of this year's Super Bowl will be blank.
Always like the underdog, Cincinnati.
Okay, Jess, this your turn. The winner of this year's Super Bowl will be blank.
I'm going with the Bengals because it's the year of the Tiger.
Okay, I like that. And Stu, the winner of this year's Super Bowl will be blank.
I hope it's the Bengals because Brendan Gallagher needs something good to happen. And he's a diehard Bengals fan through thick and thin. I love the Joe Burrow story. And a Bengals win would provide hope for Canadiens fans because the Bengals were 2-14 2 years ago, the worst team in the NFL. And that's how they got Joe Burrow with the number 1 pick at the NFL draft.
Yep. That is a good way to answer that question. And that is a good fill in the blank segment. This was all right. This was a pretty good one. Hopefully we get to do this again sometime down the road. Let us know in the comments section what you thought of the segment. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out newsletter. And of course, visit hockeyinsideout.com for full episodes.